AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, everyone! It's the Flash After Show on AFTERBUZZ TV. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
I'm depressed. Slightly depressed.
God, I know. Guys, tonight we're talking about episode 6 on season 2 called Enter Zoom. As you alluded to, man, this was, how do I say it? Like, it was such an even-toned episode, and then, like, the ending happened.
Yeah, it was real heavy. It was unnerving. Like, there were moments, like, at the end, it was very creepy. Like, you know, the very end, like, where he's, you know, I mean, not to allude to it, but when he's holding, like, the limp body of Barry,
Yeah.
I was very, like, my stomach was churning. I was like, oh, my God, this looks really bad. You know, and I don't mean, you know, like, he's supposed to succeed as the hero, but I still felt pretty crappy.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was like, it was just terrifying enough to where, like,
terrifying.
Yeah, to where you are like cringing, and it makes you on the edge of your seat because essentially you didn't know if Barry was going to make it out alive.
Yeah, and it was such a 180. We have so much to say. Let's do some quick intros, though.
Okay.
I insist. I'm Jeffrey Masters. A tweet from Jeff Masters 1. Tauri.
I'm Tauri J. Miller. You can find me on Twitter at Tauri J. It's TAURIJAY.
I'm Micheal Andrew. You can find me on Twitter at Micheal_Drew, Micheal EAL.
Yes, and we have some people commenting live in the chat. Thank you for doing that. And of course, you can comment on Twitter and like interact with us. We love hearing from you. Guys, what were we saying before? The body, where did we left off? I feel like I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Well, I was saying that
it was unnerving.
Yes. And I felt with the climate of today's television, where, you know, we're kind of in this this era of anything can happen. Mm-hmm. Even though the show can say, like, you know, there's a main character, anything can happen, and you know that this show has already kind of established its own way of telling the story.
Yeah.
So there's a moment when, at the end of this episode, when he stuck his finger in his, like, rib, in Barry's rib, and Jeff, you kind of jolted up. In my head, I was like, are they about to kill Barry? Is this going to be one of those Game of Thrones Walking Dead moments?
Yeah.
Like, I really thought that.
Yeah. Well, because it's actually plausible in that they could effectively kill Barry and then find a way to bring him back because there's time travel, there's multiple universes and everything like that. So like we could effectively lose this Barry as we know it.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, not to say I wouldn't enjoy the drama, but having to reintegrate a new Barry sounds great.
Well, we know Wally West is coming. Like, he just takes on the Flash mantle. We're like, thank you, Grant Gustin. You are great. Enjoy your life. You'll get something else, I promise.
That would suck.
But also, like, when we describe it, that would. When we describe it as like Zoom, like, stuck his finger in Barry, it's like, I don't know how to say that without like making it sound lame as heck. But it was awesome. Well, you know?
Well, I think it depends where you stuck the finger in. But if you mentioned that he
like
stuck
upper his stomach,
it was like in his rib, and it penetrated in his rib, and it kind of, like, I flinched. I was like, oh, you know.
I was expecting the moment where like they pull the heart out of the chest. You know,
like Indiana Jones style.
Yes, exactly. I was predicting Indiana Jones.
But that's the thing. Like, they established the tone where it seemed possible. They did a really good job of propping up Zoom as not just like a main villain, but completely different than Reverse Flash last year.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just so. Before this season started, they always talked about him being like, I guess, the Venom to Flash Spider-Man, like the creepier, demonic version of the Flash. But they really, and I thought they were just playing lip service. This was really creepy. Like,
and I feel like it's encapsulated by that suit they made him. It looks like half suit, half skin.
Yeah, like a symbiote, it's very creepy.
And it looks like if it is a suit, it's been on him for like years, to the point where it's a little bit like disintegrated into him. It's like working its way into the skin. Like, it's creepy.
He doesn't even have lips. It just like it just has holes on his under his
jowl.
On his
whole jowls.
So, it's just extra. They just did a good job.
Yeah, anytime that there's like a villain with like the skin covering the mouth, like that's just automatically creepy for me.
Yeah, that's up there. That's up there with that. Freddy Krueger, maybe Jason under the mask.
Yeah, somebody tweeted a picture of Neo, that scene from The Matrix. It looked exactly like that. That opening scene. But I'm also thinking like American Horror Stories and playing around with that a lot. Like, I don't know. All right, guys, should we start from the beginning?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Give us a chance to calm down.
Yeah. Going to the very, very beginning, though, I just have to say that I love that the show starts off with like the Barry voiceover every week, where he says like he's the fastest man alive. They do some backstory and they kind of just say like where we are, like in relation to everything. To me, it's like the like overture of the play. It just like gets you in the mood every week, and I really like that they've like embraced that and they keep doing it.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Like that
So.
too.
And then after that, though, the episode actually starts. They are doing the plan. And there's the debate whether or not we go after Zoom because he's coming after us, or we just sit around waiting for him to come. Yeah. Were you guys surprised that everyone was not on board?
Yeah, I kind of figured... I thought everyone would be kind of pro, I guess, the new Harrison Wells story idea, but I guess I didn't expect them... I didn't realize how paranoid everyone is of Wells, of this new Wells.
Yes.
Right.
And how everyone really did listen to Jay. Jay, pretty much warned, like, listen, he's gonna kill Barry. Barry can't do it.
Yo, I'm sorry, we gotta interrupt you. Jay Garrick, where are you, dude?
I know, but damn, Jay was right.
After of course he was.
Jay was right.
But he stormed out to let them fend for himself.
But you see why, right? He's like, listen, you're gonna get whooped, and it's like everything he said literally happened.
Yeah.
But I was expecting like the big moment at the end where like Jay storms in and saves the day.
I was kind of hoping for that too. Like he'd show back up with like super speed or something.
Yeah. Like how were they gonna make us like Jay Garrick as a character when he abandoned our friends?
Well, I mean, but he had good reasons.
Yeah, I don't think because he like I think watching today's episode, seeing how it ended, if they would have listened to Jay, maybe they could have approached it in a different angle. Because Jay literally said, look, if you go at this guy, he's stronger and better than you, he's gonna kill you. And literally, like, the only reason he's not dead is because Zoom felt the need to parade him around. But Zoom could have just, like, ended it if he wanted to.
I would be like, yo, Mr. Garrick, like, I get it, you're scared, but like, let's brainstorm, let's work together. You fought him before. I'm very fast. I like my team. I got some vibe. Like, let's think about it before. But he storms off.
I hear you.
He's like working at Jitters now, trying to like make a buck.
I mean, but it's like if you have a friend who insists on essentially being self-destructive, you don't want to watch them essentially descend into madness. I mean, there comes a point where, one, you can't help them because they're so determined to do it, and two, like, I mean, it hurts you to watch it. And I feel like that's where Jay was, in that, like, he knows that this plan to go after Zoom is suicide, and he doesn't have the ability to stop anyone from doing it.
Yeah. And yet, while it might be self-destructive, he's gone up against him before, so he has a lot of like knowledge to impart.
I mean, he could also, I think we're ignoring the fact that he is just really scared too. Yeah. Because everything that happened to Barry right now, I mean, listen, when we saw the video packages of Jay Garrick getting beat up, he didn't look as bad as Barry.
Oh, no.
So it looks like Jay did a lot better job. You know what I mean? Like Barry, like he left Barry crippled. You know what I mean? He just really whooped the guy. Yeah. And I think Jay, he was, maybe we're forgetting the fact that there might be a big portion of him that's afraid. Like he's worried for Barry, and he's like, I don't want to get my ass whooped again.
Yeah.
Because he'll kill all of us.
Yeah. And I felt like Jay in Earth 2 isn't as big of a deal as Barry is in Earth 1.
Yeah.
I mean, Barry had his own like day and parade or whatever. And so I felt like that was Zoom making sure that everyone knew that he was better than him. And he wouldn't need to do as much for Jay.
Yeah. You're saying when he displayed the body around town.
Right.
It
was the opposite of Flash.
Wasn't that like unsettling?
It just kept going.
He literally went to every hot spot that he's at, to like he's systematically breaking down his image to let everyone know he went everywhere he's popular. You're popular at this club, goes there. Hey,
and also how terrifying that like they look up to him and they're like, "Yo, if Flash can't even like fight him, like what are we gonna do?"
Yeah, that's really.
And
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's why when Light disappeared, she never came back. I kind of am like, she's in hiding, like stay there, like stay safe. Like I'm not expecting to see her for a while. Yeah, butt naked.
Butt naked, like she ran out butt naked. She's just running around naked right now. That's so crazy.
I imagine she's stopped running and put on clothes, but that's just my perspective.
I mean, maybe she felt free. She was like, man, why don't I do this all the time?
As scared as she was, and seeing what I saw on Zoom, she's probably gonna be invisible and naked for the next year and a half.
Yeah,
just to make sure. Just to make sure, like, let me just make sure I'm in the clear. It's like butt naked. It's like all the way down to like where she Coast City or like Central City or wherever.
Right.
Like Milwaukee. It's like butt naked on the train.
And then I like that it was Iris and Barry like formulating the idea to have Linda pose as her.
Yeah, it's so cool how everyone's in on the whole, like how everyone's just in on the whole Scooby gang. No, everyone's in on the whole Flash's ideas and how her and Barry like formulate these ideas. I think that's
I like her on board, and I like her behind the microphone telling them like what to do and giving them support.
Yeah. Though I like that everyone wasn't necessarily like immediately on board with this plan. Everyone was like, "Hey, we should talk to him, right?" I thought that was good because in a lot of these team situations, everyone just kind of does whatever the main character says.
Yeah.
But like they're an actual group of friends that like know when a bad idea is bad.
Yeah.
But I don't mind them disagreeing. I do mind them all agreeing like at face and then going behind the hallway and being like, yo, watch Wells, I don't trust him, you know, like he's got some bad moves, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like I don't like the backdoor dealingness of it.
Well, I don't mind it with Wells because it's Wells. Because, you know, the last time that guy was there, and he's
we don't know Wells though.
I know.
We don't know this person.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't know. He could be have a heart of gold underneath all that, you know, jerkiness. But, you know, considering the last time they saw him, he kind of tried to kill everyone and successfully killed Cisco.
Yeah.
So
wait, when was that?
When he put the
in the alternate
when he
like
vibed
alternate timeline.
Yes.
That's not this character though.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but in their eye, he looks exactly like the guy who killed him.
Right.
Yeah,
So
but
I can
also
understand
like Linda Park was evil on Earth too.
Yeah, but they didn't live with her though. Like they only knew the good Linda Park, and then they say, "Oh, a new bad Linda Park."
Well, I guess as people keep pointing out in the chat, because we keep not mentioning it.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Is that that wasn't even Harrison Wells that was doing those bad things. That was Eobard Thawne.
No, yeah, I mean,
Right.
So yeah, and just because one person's evil one Earth doesn't mean they're evil again.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree.
But
But
I
to
mean-
them, it doesn't feel that way. Like
Yeah.
they grew, even though it was Eobard Thawne, he had that same face. It's just the face thing.
Yeah.
They're just used to the face. They're used to the Harrison Wells face, and he could have come in there with candies, like, "Hey guys," they're still gonna look at him like, "This guy, I don't trust him." You know?
Well, it's like the classic soap opera trope where essentially you have a bad character who dies, and then their twin brother comes in, and no one trusts that twin brother because of that same face. It's the same idea.
That's a trope.
It's
I've
soap
never
operas.
seen that.
I've seen that in a couple of soaps.
talking
Yeah.
about. They resurrect people all the time
do.
like that.
Comic
General
books and soap
Hospital.
operas. Yeah, comic books and soap operas, boy. People don't die.
A lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
twins. Okay, I haven't seen any.
A lot of twins, a lot of comebacks.
I was a little bit surprised at how easily they all got on board with like the Linda Park situation. I know that like maybe it wasn't easy, but like this is an actual human life,
Right.
and we're putting her against Zoom.
Yeah.
You know, with some like hot hand gloves.
Yeah. I guess you could say that's how desperate they were.
I mean, yeah, it was mostly driven by Barry. Everyone knew that it was terrible, and they decided to give it a try because they're supporting Barry because he's so desperate to make this happen.
Yeah.
But like, I think that if it came down to it and Barry wasn't in the equation, it would have never happened. They would have kept her in hiding forever. But I mean, he's their leader right now.
Yeah. They've been so reactionary though for the last season and this one against villains that keep popping up here and there. And so I thought it was really exciting as an audience to see them going after somebody. It was just such like a different energy, and I really enjoyed that. And seeing Barry almost like as the leader, as we said, and like coming up with the ideas and like pushing this group forward.
Right.
And he was pretty cocky too, like in the fight later on. When he's fighting Zoom, he's like, "You want to be a hero?" Like he had some swag to him when he said, like, "You want to be a hero," and then he got destroyed, and then he got whooped. It was just, I don't know how to take that he was so offensive, that he was so that everyone wanted to be on the offense and they're going after him so aggressively.
Yeah.
And seeing how it ended up.
Well, I feel like it was all like the writers are really good about this, and also like the director, in that like they really played those tones up, and that the whole episode had a very, very light tone. It had like Hanna-Barbera type music whenever they were getting the plan together. They really like sucked you in to make you feel safe,
They had a
and then
really
hit you in the gut.
Yeah, they had such a fun scene in the training scene with Linda and the cardboard cutouts.
It was
Yeah.
a fun scene.
Yeah, and I love that they like let themselves do stuff like that. And like you said, like juxtaposed against the end, it's like, yo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got depressing. I mean, it got
like hurtful.
Yeah.
You know?
like I was like, I mean, I guess my heart was racing. I
Yeah.
guess, I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Well, because, I mean, it's like seeing your friend get beat up. Like, at this point, we've been with Barry so long that we feel like we're part of the team. And so having him go through so much essentially affects you emotionally.
Totally. I mean, we gotta break down a lot of moments of that fight too. It wasn't like our typical fight. Like they were falling through the air and punching, and it was like one continuous shot. Even though a lot of that's computer generated, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was.
And because it's nighttime and they're wearing like dark clothes, like it just was like, wait, which body is which body?
And there were always these moments where it looked like Barry was gonna get the upper hand.
Yeah.
You know, and you saw like Cisco. And they get excited, like, oh, they're gonna do a free fall. He's got him.
Yeah.
And then right after the free fall, he just gets whooped
wrecked.
again.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Yeah.
it was like they were in over their heads. Mm-hmm. Like they were in over the. Oh yeah, and I mean, I don't know if we're gonna bring it up now, but he caught the lightning.
Yeah.
He caught the lightning.
So good.
That was awesome. But it was just like. Even like they were shocked, we were shocked. Like, I didn't expect that. I thought he was just gonna be like, man, I'm too fast for this.
Yeah,
and
right.
move.
Yeah. No, I thought he was gonna hit him actually. The way he was like rolling his body, I was like, oh, we got him. We got him. We're good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Is that in the comics? Like the catching of lightning?
I don't even know. I've never even seen Barry. I've never seen the Flash throw lightning.
No, I've only seen the air punch.
Yeah, I've seen the air punch.
Yeah.
So
Jay Garrick taught him to throw lightning.
yeah,
Right.
But
he caught it. Well, I mean, I guess in retrospect, he would be accustomed to that because he's fought Jay Garrick before.
Right.
oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
because Jay Garrick taught the technique, and Jay Garrick was effectively beaten by
Yeah.
Sue.
He never gave that little tidbit though.
I know, right? Like you would think that Jay would say, "Oh, by the way, he can catch this bad boy."
Yeah.
Like he never said that.
Well, he never expected them to go against Zoom.
Like you would think that, like, I'm gonna teach you a new technique, but by the way, this technique I'm teaching you, the bad guy that I'm always talking to you about, he always catches this. He always catches it. Like, dag, I wish you would. If I was him, I'd be upset. I'd be bare like, man, thanks for telling me about that.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool.
My bad. Sorry
Glad
about
you
that. Oh, he
survived.
caught it? Yeah, he did that to me too last year. Oh man.
Yeah,
Isn't
but-
it annoying?
For the moment he caught it though, it was just like vocally it was like, what? And then like just displaying the body around town. Like we said before, these follow a formula, and then this happens. And I love it because this is setting up Zoom as like a crazy, unpredictable villain, like true villain, capital V, underline it,
Yep.
do some italicized, versus the Reverse Flash from last season. We feared him, but really it was a lot of unknown.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's really intelligent, and we respect that. But Zoom, it's just like he's powerful.
Yeah. Well, tonally, it's like the difference between a psychological thriller, The Reverse Flash, and a horror movie being Zoom. They're both,
good comparison.
yeah. I mean, they're both fear-inducing, and they both make you think and kind of play on your own insecurities, but, like, they're on two different levels.
Thinking back to last season, he never really beat Reverse Flash one-on-one either. He needed help. Everyone helped him. So if you couldn't beat the Reverse Flash one-on-one, what makes you think you could beat the Zoom one-on-one? Like when he beat Reverse Flash, he got help from Firestorm, Arrow. Mm-hmm. Like
you're exactly right.
He never wins a one-on-one fight with these other fast guys.
Yeah.
So why are you going against Zoom? He's bigger than the Reverse Flash. He looks scarier.
Yeah.
Wait, remind me, we had the plan with Dr. Light. She throws the amulet in, Zoom comes out, and what was the plan after that?
Well, the plan was to throw the amulet in, and then I guess Zoom come out and they shoot him.
Oh, the guns. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they didn't. He didn't bite. I'm thinking Zoom was already been there the whole time.
Yeah,
and he was just watching the whole time.
thing.
Like he saw the whole thing.
I don't know, because also Harrison was like going over the footage, expecting him to find something.
Right.
I don't know, but like props to Cisco, he brought him down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, with the gun, yeah.
And then
Cisco, he was so good. Cisco and Jesse L. Martin, their acting chops and what they bring with their characters, it's like they're like the glue to everything else that happens. They make all these extra scenes just go.
yeah, 100%.
So good. Like I love watching them on screen. Everyone else is so great, is awesome too, but I love watching them on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, there and also I for some reason I was thinking like this Zoom can't be Harrison Wells, and like they made that fairly certain. There's so many fan theories about who Zoom is.
I recently saw on Twitter, I think we were both tagged. I think we were all tagged in it. About a theory on who Zoom was. This is just a theory. There's no spoilerish stuff to it, but it was pretty much that it's Barry's father from Earth 2. Did you guys saw that?
I think I had seen it.
And what they did was they copied and pasted the eyes from Barry's father onto Zoom, and they said, "Look, it's a match." They used two pictures.
Why? Sorry, please.
Oh no, go ahead.
Did they say why their theory why the father would be doing this?
They just said like, well, because it's Earth 2 Barry Allen's dad. So
Interesting.
they're just going with it. I think they're just going for the shock value. Like, hey, who do you least expect? And that would actually be, he's got daddy issues. His father just left. His Barry Allen, and then his father would come and Zoom would. That would be the biggest shock. Like if I never saw that on Twitter, and then I saw that happen, that would be the biggest. That would really.
Yeah. Well, that would be interesting. Mostly to kind of support that theory, in that like we got that little tidbit from Earth 2 where Oliver Queen's father is actually the Arrow on Earth 2. So having that little piece that they dropped in there, it could be just a little cute little Easter egg.
I'm
but
sorry,
it could also...
the newscast named Oliver Queen's dad as the Green Arrow?
Yes.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Oh, they just said Queen in my ears.
Yeah. Is it Robert Queen?
Robert
right?
Queen, yeah.
Oh, that's a weird tidbit.
Yeah. So, I mean, that could support that as well. Or it could have just been like a really cute nod. Because it also is kind of a Flashpoint nod in that, like, Batman's father was Batman in the alternate timeline.
Oh, wow. But these fan theories
I didn't read Flashpoint, but yeah, I hear you.
There's some crazy fan theories. I love reading them. Two of my favorite. One said that Zoom is Iris's mom.
Yes.
Because they popped up at the same time. I don't want to devalue anybody at home, but that's not gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I think the reason they said that is because they're just looking for another reason for the mom being there.
Yeah, absolutely.
As opposed to for the mom just showing up, hey, what's up? I'm dying, I'm leaving. You got a brother, bye.
Yeah.
And then just
then my other favorite theory was a little bit out there, which is could happen, but probably not gonna happen. It said that Barry from Earth 2 is Zoom, which people
that's a
said,
good one. I like that one too.
But this theory went farther and said that it's Zoom so since he's Barry, the Barry that we're watching right now is Zoom acting as Barry. Does it make sense? That Zoom is impersonating Barry as Barry.
Right.
And who's Zoom then?
I don't know.
It's him?
But this is before tonight's fight scene.
Right.
You know? But I was just like, whoa.
Well, you know what would be crazy? If Zoom was the future Barry that fought Harrison Wells. That fought the Reverse Flash in the future.
Like he went through the time stream, lost his memories or something.
Eobard. When Eobard came back.
No, like remember when Reverse Flash, Eobard thought was from the future, and he used to fight Barry Allen in the future.
And that future Flash is Zoom.
is actually Zoom. Like maybe he turns evil and becomes Zoom. That would be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That would be kind of wild.
Yeah. I mean, I had a theory about Zoom in that they were talking about Zoom being able to see on the other side of the breaches. And I thought it would be crazy if Zoom ended up being Cisco.
Whoa.
Because that's his power.
Yeah. And they've made a really big deal about it this season. And Cisco has always kind of been the brains behind the Flash. He was always the most excited about the Flash.
Right.
So I think it'd be really interesting if he ended up being getting powers on the other side, not being afraid of it because he's not the same Cisco that we know, and embracing it so much that he became so power hungry.
Wow.
That's fascinating.
I'm only not gonna go with the fact that it's either a Barry, a Cisco, only because he's too big and monstrous, and they won't be able to successfully pull off a future version of them, because how are you gonna make an old future Barry and it still be kind of shocking? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if he takes off his masks and it's they're just gonna put like painted gray hair on Barry, like, oh, so to indicate that it's him from the future.
Yeah.
So I just don't think it's gonna be anything like, because Cisco, you know, his body type, he's the same size to smaller than Barry, and
that's the only
Zoom is
thing
huge.
that makes me say that won't happen, and yet everything else like really fits really well.
Right. Though I would say that like you could effectively get another actor who is a bit older, because they're still pretty young. Like Barry's in his mid-20s, Cisco's in his early 20s, maybe mid-20s, in terms of the characters, I believe. So having someone who is probably upper 30s, like face a little more grizzled, like I don't know if you guys have seen Star Trek Nemesis, the weirdest Star Trek film ever, but they had Tom Hardy playing a young Picard. And so, like, they look nothing alike, but they explain it away in that, like, they've had their face, like, he's had his face beaten and bruised in so much that it became a different face.
Yeah. But, I mean, but in terms of the big reveal, that's why I don't think it's going to work. Because even if it's a different actor and they take the mask off, everyone's going to be like, I still don't know who this guy is.
Right.
And then he's going to say, I'm future that guy. I'm future Cisco. Then everyone's going to be like, oh, it's not going to have the same impact.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Barry's dad. And it's also because the costume does seem kind of similar to the old Flash costume from the 80s.
Right.
You know what I mean? The old big muscled Flash costume that Barry, because Wesley Shipp.
Yeah.
He played Flash in the 80s, and that costume was very bulky. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And really one of the best superhero costumes of all time, hands down. It really is. It's really underrated. But yeah, I think it might be him.
Strong words.
Strong words. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
While we're on the Wells train, let's transfer into like the flashbacks and talking about the daughter. They named that it's Jessie Quick.
Jessie Quick.
Another speedster.
Yeah.
Not a speedster, but she has speed.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
power's not the drug.
Yeah, not to go too much into the comics, but is Jessie Quick Harrison Wells' daughter in the? No, she's not.
Harrison Wells doesn't exist in the comics,
okay.
yeah.
So she's not Harrison Wells' daughter because he's a made-up character, but she's Liberty Bell's daughter.
Yeah, she's another guy.
And we have so far have not met her daughter / Harrison's wife in Earth 2.
Yeah.
So we met her on Earth 1. It could be someone new, or it could be that actress as this person, Liberty
be.
Bell.
Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of possibilities there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you going to say something?
all right. No, okay. All right, but yeah, Jessie Quick. Yeah, I think she's a cool. I don't know enough about her character yet, but I'm glad that we're seeing the Harrison's motivation.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the ending when he was happy that he got vibed. You know what I mean? With Cisco.
No, it was because he did not know if his daughter was alive.
Right.
Yeah, but why didn't you just let him vibe you before? He's just like, don't touch me. I know you're trying to vibe me. Don't touch me.
He has secrets.
Yeah, I know. But now he's like, you vibed me? So is she okay? But now he's happy. I'm like,
Right.
If you already know what's going to happen when you're vibed and you clearly want to know the answer, you should have been vibed.
Though, I mean, essentially his whole plan was to use the Flash like covertly. So he didn't want that whole thing, because essentially that would disprove, or I guess that would remove him from the team, because essentially he had been hiding something, which I guess if he had never been hiding something, but it's not in his character to be upfront.
Okay, I can see that.
And so like the fact that Cisco had said his name, or said Jesse's name, was an indication that that's what Cisco had seen. So I guess that's why he was so happy.
It was also interesting too. I mean, one of the things he could have been hiding was what we saw in another flashback, where Jesse was saying like, "You've always hated the Flash." Actually, it just dawned on me that maybe he was talking about Jay Garrick. Did they call him the Flash?
Yes.
Oh, so it was that Flash.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's fascinating to me. They didn't explain how Harrison Wells was able to look into Earth 1, Earth Prime, this one, and see like Barry Allen's Flash. Did we know that?
No, I think I mean, what I would assume is that essentially he went to the other side to see, because he would assume that there's another Flash if they have a Flash. maybe it was Jay Garrick, maybe it wasn't. But he hung out on Earth-1, kind of scoped out the scene, saw that like Flash was an actual speedster and had abilities, and thought he could use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to say that I really didn't like the tension between Cisco and Harrison Wells. And I think tension is fine, but Cisco is so like overtly rude to him. And to me, that's really out of character for him.
Well, I mean, Harrison's not exactly making it easy on him.
No, not
to
at
be
all.
rude. But I think that's one way you can really trust is Harrison. Because if he was really an evil Harrison and he wants them to be on his side, he would really be trying hard to be nice.
He'd give them candy, like Tauri said.
And he's super, super jerky. Like he's in their face. Like he's like the exact opposite. Like there's no mentorship there.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm smarter than everyone.
That's a really
You're
great
not
point.
as smart as me. Well, then shut up and do what I'm telling you. Like that's
Yeah.
how he is. I'm like, good.
You're right. He'd be trying a lot harder. I think that's a great point.
So
Yeah, fascinating too in the flashbacks that Zoom did not know why Wells came to Earth-1. He had that line about, why did your dad go?
Yeah.
And I was like,
oh, that's true. That is true.
I just assumed that it was like for him and he knew that.
So wait. So do we know how long Harrison Wells has been on Earth-1 then?
I mean, just from the moment that he jumped through the gate after they had used the speed cannon.
So I'm thinking maybe Harrison Wells went to Earth. No. Okay, no, forget. All right, I just had a theory. No, forget it. Okay, a theory.
They've not
That's not
Save it
gonna
for
work.
prediction.
Yeah,
No,
they've
it's
not
not a good
said
theory.
why.
No, because he went to Earth after he captured Jesse Quick.
Right.
Okay, so
So yeah.
Oh yeah. So Zoom's wondering like why he didn't stay.
Well, I was
and
thinking.
fight.
Harrison went to Earth-1 first before Zoom to find Barry for help, and then Zoom figured it out, and then that's when he started sending people to kill Barry.
I mean, for a while I was wondering like, could Harrison Wells possibly be one of the people that Zoom sent to kill Barry?
Yeah.
I don't think that's happening anymore.
No. I think the whole him questioning why he left kind of kills that
Yeah,
theory.
totally. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's a quick shout out to Patty Spivot.
I think we should give a shout out via Roxy, who's out tonight. She'll be back next week, but she loves her ships.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is their ship name?
Batty.
Batty.
Oh yeah,
That's
Patty.
cute. Perry.
Perry.
I think Batty's good.
These aren't great.
They're not that. No, but I really like the chemistry between her and Barry.
Spallin.
Spallin. What's
Spivot and Allen.
Okay.
Spivlin.
Spivlin.
Io.
Syphilis.
All right, so-
No,
Syphilis.
you were talking about their chemistry.
I think they have really good chemistry, and I love the little playful banter they have. It's really cute. It melts my thuggish heart.
I love it. They're smart characters, and the way they talk to each other about their like kiss, it's like it's in character.
It was really well done, and it looked real. And I was like, man, I really want these guys to work out. Mm-hmm. When Barry's about to kiss her, I feel like the chemistry is so good that I kind of feel like the actors pulled back on the kiss.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when he was about to kiss her, when they kissed against the wall, it was like because it looked like when he threw her against the wall, it looked like he was gonna
Well, they had to
interrogate those lips, like he was gonna lay it on her, and they were just like,
Well, I mean, because it's like it's stage kissing, so they're like,
I know.
all right, you got to get the mouths in there.
Yeah, it was like full on stage kissing, but like everything else around that though, it looked like oh, it was really good. It's like they're about to kiss, and it was just like
yeah, like a cousin peck.
Yeah, but
Okay, tell me this. Patty told Joe about the kiss, and he was like, "Yo, bro, I don't care.
Hey, I don't
Pull
want-
your nuts."
Yeah.
That was a verbatim line reading.
Yeah,
Do you believe him? Do you really think he does not care?
I don't care.
Of course not. Why
Really?
would he?
Hey, but-
Because like he said before, all my kids keep dating my partners.
Yeah, but I mean, because he looks at Barry like a son, and I think he's too worried about Zoom and all that. Like, he's a logical guy, and there's bigger fish to fry.
Didn't he like not talk to Eddie or something when he found out about his daughter dating him?
Yeah.
He was livid about that. That's why I'm a little bit weirded out that he's so cool with this one.
But I mean, let's be real. Barry's a guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Barry's a guy, and
I
Iris is a
didn't
daughter.
know that. I'm glad we mentioned. I'm really
Double
glad.
standards
I'm just saying,
exist.
I'm just saying, as a father, you're always gonna be more towards your daughter. You're always gonna be way more protective.
Yeah.
And towards your son, you're gonna be like, all right, man, whatever, I don't care. Do
Yo,
what you
don't
wanna do.
die.
Don't. just don't break your arm. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I totally forgot. We didn't even mention that he revealed his identity to Linda,
Yes.
his previous love interest.
I thought that really made him look like a hero.
Oh,
Because the logic behind doing it was really good. He's like, you know what, it's not fair for me to expect so much of you without giving you something of me.
Yeah.
And they really do a good job. Barry looks really like the golden standard for a hero.
Oh yeah, he's like he has the positive attitude. He has the know-how. He has the family spirit.
Yeah.
I think I had a really interesting moment. I think this might have happened last episode where it was Patty, Linda Park, and Iris in the same room, and it was like being in the same room with your current girl, your ex, and your one true love.
The love of your life.
It's insane.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great moment.
And then what was her reaction? Like, I made out with the Flash. And that's such a real reaction.
Oh, yeah, of
like,
course.
yo, I made out with the... You know, like, if I was, my ex-girlfriend was like a superhero, I'm like, oh my God, I've been sleeping with Wonder Woman? This is crazy. Oh my God, how do you not tell people? You know what I mean?
No wonder my back hurts. Just kidding. And then they said that she's in Coast City. That's another reference to Coast City.
I know.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time in Coast City.
There's got to be a Green Lantern sooner or later coming.
There has to be. I mean, was it Arrow? Since I watch both, I forget which one happens where. But
I think that's what the producers want.
Yeah.
There was an episode of Arrow where essentially, I think it was Oliver was in a bar, and there was a jacket that said Jordan on it. It was like a pilot's jacket, and you just see it as it walks out the bar. And you're like,
Easter eggs.
Yeah, right?
Good old Easter eggs.
I just have to wonder how expensive a Green Lantern costume character would be on this show.
Man, seeing what they're doing with these special effects, I don't think it'll be that bad.
Yeah.
'Cause seeing, what was the shark's name last week?
King Shark?
King Shark.
Yeah.
That's not a bad name. And Grodd coming back.
Grodd's great. But the Green Lantern's powers are so, like, radically different than the
Yeah.
Flashes and Green Arrows, even.
Yeah.
Man, it would be great to see.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always been one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But you could probably use them for, like, an episode. I don't know if you can get a series, though. That's an
Yeah.
expensive ass series.
Oh, yeah, because everything would be CG because
Yeah.
he essentially manifests things from his ring.
Totally.
Yeah.
Guys, we gotta go to predictions, but before we do, we need to mention that Barry can't walk.
Yes. Barry's crippled. Zoom done crippled Barry.
Which is great.
I know, yeah. That's like, yeah.
I mean,
Lieutenant Dan, you don't have any legs.
Yeah. Lieutenant Dan. Yeah.
I don't want them to carry that on for too long.
I mean, I agree. I don't want them to carry it on for too long. Hopefully it's only gonna be because clearly, if you saw the previews for next episode, he's in a chair.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll only be next week. I don't want it to be like 3 episodes deep from now. Like, oh, I don't know what to do. I have to use my head.
He
Like,
should get
oh.
the other Wells' electric chair.
I think
That
he
was a
has
badass
the
one.
old
Was
yeah.
that the one?
Yeah.
That would make sense. Yeah.
What if he like shaves his head? They're like, oh, crossover.
Yeah.
Professor
Cute.
X.
Yes.
Oh,
I got
I missed that, but thank you.
man. I love how like it's a brave thing to cripple a speedster on a TV show about speedsters. That takes some cojones.
Yeah.
And I like it because maybe it will force him to think a little bit more. He's been really like he's been going in guns a-blazing a lot.
Yeah.
And I think this will kind of give him a chance to step back and take a look at the situation.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want them to forever cripple him, but man, I really hope he grows from it. Also, I hope someone teaches him how to fight.
Yeah.
I was thinking that every episode, you're fast, but you have no training to throw like a punch and dodge like another punch.
Yeah, everyone he ends up beating are people that just can't catch him. That he's just using his super speed on.
Yeah.
But when he's messing with someone else on the same level as him, who has the same power, he gets whooped.
Yeah.
Like his face, like he really got whooped. Mm-hmm. Like his face was bloody.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. He needs to be trained.
Yeah, just say Krav Maga. Just go to a class. You would think.
Did Oliver Queen? It's Oliver Queen, right?
Yes.
Not Robert. Oliver Queen. Did he learn how to fight on the show, or did he get off the island knowing how to fight?
Well, you see, since they have the whole flashback mechanic in their formula, you see him as like fledgling. You see him start to learn things as the seasons go on, but you also in the present time see him being adept at like fighting and killing, and then grow out of like the desire to kill.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The desire to kill. Let's leave it at that and go to news and gossip. Things that I was reading about, we mentioned Sharknado. Not Sharknado, King Shark.
Another crossover I know nothing about.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Last week we mentioned that I was disappointed that we only saw him for 30 seconds. And I was reading because that was the most expensive 30 seconds of the entire show.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that
and
really
it
does
looked
make sense.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean that's crazy.
Yeah, they were saying that they alluded to the fact they probably couldn't afford to do it for an entire show, time or money wise.
Yeah.
And then also he's part of the Suicide Squad mix. He's not going to be in the new movie, but when things like that happen, they lay claim to all those characters.
Right.
And so they are losing the ability to use him, and so it's kind of like go for it for 30 seconds and kill him off thing. And so it's just fun. They just wanted to use them. They're like, we can use them now, and this is the only opportunity. Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So it's kind of like a cameo. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't expecting him to come back, but that's nice to know about the expenses, because I was thinking that.
Yeah.
So they have to be so smart with the amount of money they can spend, because the effects were so good.
Yeah.
It was done
looked
really
awesome.
well.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
yeah.
the night shading was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And then they announced that the crossover, which is going to be, like we said, one giant episode for Arrow and Flash, not two separate ones that interlock. The villains on both will be Boomerang and Rainbow Raider.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know Rainbow Raider.
He was the guy who made Barry go insane. He was in the first crossover.
Okay.
He had the eyes that essentially flashed red into people's and made them angry.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. They made Rainbow Rider cool, and it's great.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
No,
Well, that's good.
it's a feat. Go back to the old comics. You find one of his, you'll be like, yep, better on the show.
And then they're also talking about the crossover, saying that it's not going to be a backdoor pilot for Legends of Tomorrow.
That's what I thought it would be.
They said it's not going to be, but it's going to feel like it.
Okay.
More or less.
Yeah, I know they got the.
awesome.
I saw a picture with Arrow, Flash, and it had Hawkman, Hawkgirl.
Man.
So I'm guessing that's from the crossover.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Okay.
Because they just spoilers for it's for this show. Oh my gosh,
spoiler?
everything's bleeding. Because they just introduced Hawkgirl last week on the show.
Oh,
And
Kendra Saunders.
Kendra Saunders,
on
yeah.
Flash?
Yeah. She was the girl that Cisco was hitting on in the cafe.
That's Hawkgirl?
Heck
Yeah, that's Hawk Girl.
I did not know that was Hawkgirl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I was wondering why she was getting so much camera time. I was like, okay, are they going to end up dating? This is unique.
Yeah, you're like, this director loves this girl.
I know, but she got a lot of lives. Who is this girl?
And on that note, we got to transfer some predictions, though.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I'll start
good,
just
'cause I
because
don't got
mine involves Kendra Saunders.
Okay.
I don't have anything specific, but she agreed to go on a date with Cisco.
Yeah.
So I want to cash that in.
Yeah.
I also could see him being the mentor of sorts to help her cultivate her powers / wings and help her come to fruition.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything for Tauri?
I already threw down my Cisco equals Zoom prediction.
That's a big one.
So you're that's.
I'm putting it. I'm making it official.
You're laying claim on it.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Let's write this down, please.
So yeah.
Wow. All right.
When it happens, remember that Tauri said it first. And beyond that, I think that everyone's going to learn a wonderful lesson next week. I think that Barry is eventually going to be humbled and, get his legs back together.
Okay.
It's going to be great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking if they extend the whole legs situation, him being
He'll get taller.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, if they extend it in terms of more episodes, I was thinking that this could somehow be a way for them to get the powers to go back to Jay Garrick, to get Jay Garrick back his powers.
Oh, interesting.
Or maybe even when Wally West shows up, he gets infused with powers, just because they're going to need a speedster to fight Zoom.
Right.
So it could be an excuse for them to somehow get them back their powers.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not laying claim on that. I think Zoom is the father, is Earth 2 Barry's daddy.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I'll pay attention next week.
Well, you seem very happy about Tauri's, but apparently mine
Yeah.
is not.
Yeah.
Okay. And
You said it first.
and and I think Linda, and I think they're setting up to make Linda part of the group, so that when Wally comes, they're gonna be a love interest.
Oh,
But that's, I mean, I guess that's kind of cheating because in the comic books, Linda dates Wally, but you know.
my dislike of Linda Park is fairly well documented.
Really?
So let's just leave it there.
Really? All right,
Yeah.
okay. I'm
So cute this episode.
she was cute. I'm really liking Patty. I really want Patty. I'm rooting for Patty and Barry.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Patty.
I'm kind of liking them better than Barry and Iris.
Oh, those are strong words. We have to
They're-
leave it at that.
liking
Also, guys, until next time, where can they find you?
Michael, Andrew, you can find me on Twitter at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL.
And I'm Tauri J. Miller. You can find me on Twitter at Tauri J. It's TAURIJAY.
Awesome, and I tweet from Jeff Masters 1, and our other co-host will be back next week. She tweets from at Roxy Stryer. See you next week. Good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Talk to you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.